What's up, guys? DJ Mike James coming at you. Lots of comments about the sub install on the 2002 GMC Sierra 3500 HD. Lots of guys pointed out to me that these are dual voice coil speakers, and that we could draw more power off of our amp and our system if we wired this up differently. And I'm going to talk to you guys about that. What's up, guys? DJ Mike James. I'm going to rewire these Hyanka 12-inch subs. I'm going to run them in series to bridge mono. We're going to be able to drop these to a 2-ohm load. I'm going to show you the wiring schematic that I'm using. I did get that from Crutchfield, who sells amazing audio equipment, put packages together for you. Not a sponsor, but they do have a lot of helpful information as far as doing these types of setups. We'll get that up in the video here, so you can check out exactly what the wiring diagram is telling us to do. The first thing that we had done is, as you know, I ran these in stereo with single voice coil. Now, the first thing I'd done was went ahead and disconnected the stereo setting on the amp speaker connections, and I went ahead and mounted that as bridge mono, which I'm going to use my short cable for right here, because I'm going to recycle this wiring, and I'm going to use that to run these in series. So. All right, guys, so the first thing we're going to have to do is we are going to have to reconfigure the wiring on these. Like I said, you guys made a good point that I was only using one side of the voice coils on this. And without realizing, I went ahead and did that. But first things first, I've got to get these speakers out so I can get to the wiring. Come on now. There's one out. We'll get one out here. And we get going. New wiring stuff for this. We got both speakers out. Like I said, I'm going to be using this port out. It is already wired up to the amp bridge mono. And then we've just got to change the wiring configuration on these. So I'm going to pull these and pull these, which now we do not need these bladed. Well, that one I do, but not that one. We are going to strip that back a little bit also, so that we're going to have to double up this output side. And I just want to make sure that I've got enough to get that done. Remember, we did make our white positive on here. Oh, cool, that came off. That came off. Strip these down. We're going to use these as jumpers because they are going to help us wire the subs, the speakers themselves. So I'm going to strip these back, and then I'm going to get into the wiring of the actual speakers here. I do have the spool of speaker cable down there. I'm going to try not to use it if I don't have to. I may, but we will see. how this is going to go. And this should be more than enough to do what we need to do. All right. I need to come around to that side. All right, guys, so with our jumpers made, what I need to do on the dual voice coil is I need to take the positive from one side and run it to the negative of the other. And I'm going to do it pretty simply here because these are compression fittings. So as you can see, positive on that side. So looks like they've already got this set up to do it. To the negative on this side. Just need to get that. All right, and then I need to do the same thing on this one. So I'm going to go from the positive on this side to the negative on this side. Okay, so now those are our jumpers right there. I still have, this is my wire out. It's going to come from this speaker, so I need to wire this speaker to this speaker now. To do that, I'm going to recycle our other speaker cable here. If you remember, we made white our positive, so I'm going to run this color into the negative here. Ooh, magneting up my screws. I think I'm going to need those. We got enough, just like so. And with that done, I'm going to fish that wire back through. All right, guys, so as you can see, we put the jumper on that one, ran both the positive and negative to this side, which we're going to clean this up a little bit. Had a little bit of a technical difficulty on the sense that this is a sealed box, meaning that there is a divider here, so we just drilled a tiny screw hole so that we could run our wire through to this other side. Also, we found out that the blades were falling off of this, so we went ahead and soldered them on off camera so that you guys could get see the finished product here and not kind of what we went through to do it, but it wasn't that complicated to solder that connection. So what we're going to do now is we're matching up our white wire to our white wire, which remember these are our positives. And then our negative to our negative. And wire this up to our negative. I'm hoping I got enough room here, which I think I do. Well, I do. I just got to get this back up here. Nope, a little tighter. There we go. Got that in there. We are done. So, jumper was put on both of these, positive and negative on one voice coil, positive to the negative on the other voice coil. The two voice coils were then taking the positive and the negative, ran it to this speaker, to its positive and negative, bladed them together at the speaker, so we only have one output coming out. We already know that our red and this, or our white lined wire is our positive, so we're going to get that installed into our positive, and then we will now be running this series bridge mono, which means we'll drop the ohm load to the entire box to 2 ohm, drawing the most power off of our amp. And when we get this reinstalled, put back into the truck, we'll definitely have to turn the gain down on the amp to get this thing set in. We're going to get these screwed back in, get it back out to the truck, and we'll let you guys know how it goes.